Aloha, this is Michelle Pierson, lifestyle and business guide for conscious creators. And today I'm going to talk about how to discover your purpose. It's something that I get asked often. Michelle, how do I discover what I'm here to do? How do I package it up? How do I create a freedom-based lifestyle that allows me to be my authentic self? So what I'm going to share with you today is how you can get clear on what that is so that you can start to put that into motion, and I'll give you a little exercise that'll help you to figure out what that is if you're having some trouble. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're not distracted and that you can bring your whole attention to this audio, to the words that I'm saying, to the energy that's here. Because if you're multitasking, you're going to be too much up in your brain and not enough in your heart. And you need to be in your heart to discover what your purpose is. Now, I believe that you already have a purpose, that everyone and everything has one. Why? Because you're alive, you're here. The fact that you made it here is a miracle in and of itself. But the challenge is, are you ready to step up for your hero's journey to discover what is your real purpose? What are the talents and the skills and the solutions that you bring that are unique like no other? Just as no two snowflakes are alike, the same goes for you. Your energy is distinct, it's different, and there's a reason why it's here. And Joseph Campbell, he talks about the hero's journey and what it takes to embark on that, and would really encourage you to YouTube him, watch some of his talks. He's since passed on, but brilliant man that inspired me in different ways of really stepping on to my own hero's journey. So anyway, the purpose that you have is beyond the grand purpose of you being here. So what is it? Well, you know, we have so much pressure already as young children. I remember when I was 7, 8 years old, I had people up in my face all the time asking me, "Hey, Michelle, do you know what you're going to be when you grow up?" And I had no freaking clue. And there were people around me that were like, "Yeah, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor." And I'm like, how do they know? I don't know. And some people do. Some kids know at a young age. They came in with that, and they already know. 3 years old, they want to be a pianist, or they want to be a composer, or they want to be an artist, or whatever, And that's how it works for them. And for other people, a lot of people, that's not the case, and that wasn't the case for myself. And so what I've discovered on my journey is that there's always a purpose, but what is that purpose beyond that purpose? And then how do I allow myself the freedom for me to expand within that? So let me start to break that down. In my 20s, early 20s, I was heavily searching, which you naturally do, for what is the reason why I'm here on this earth. And I found myself in a lot of dead-end jobs that they were soul-sucking, they didn't really nourish me or give me the kind of learning that I needed for what worked for me. And so I just was depleted, I was not in a good space energetically, I'm highly sensitive and empathic, and it just wasn't working out for me. So I ended up doing things that I thought I was supposed to do, but not so traditional where I was in kind of like a corporate job. I was just in these other odd and end jobs. I was everything from a delivery driver for a high-end commercial bakery to a bartender, a server. I did different sales jobs, and I started to move more into alignment with my purpose by getting into health and wellness in my mid-20s. And that's when things really started to take off for me. But it was when I found myself doing things that weren't aligned with my heart that I stayed stuck and I struggled. And so my advice for you right now is if you're in a situation where it's just so darn hard, I mean, you are struggling and you are upset, and it doesn't give you any kind of charge where you feel revived. I mean, it's one thing when you feel tired after doing something that you love, but it's another when you feel really depleted and just hopeless about your life from a job. And I definitely have had those feelings. And that's because you're not aligned. So this is the work that I really dive in deeper with my clients, how to get more aligned in your life so that you can really shine and thrive in your life, which generally leads into a soul-based business or helps you to tweak the one that you already have that's working for the new version of yourself that is evolving. So once I got clear on that, I really started to accelerate the process in my life. And what did that is, I remember one time I was watching TV, which I don't watch TV anymore. So this was it's like 9 years ago. I think I was watching TV. It was a talk show. And this woman was on, and I don't even watch that talk show. It was like one of those synchronistic moments. I was flipping through the channel, and it caught my attention. Here, this woman was teaching about raw foods and how to make it and how she healed herself from different ailments that she had. And I just started to embark on the raw food path myself. And so I was really into this. I couldn't believe that this was on national TV at the time. And I found out that she had actually turned it into a business where she certified people to be able to teach on how to make the food and how to change over to a healthier lifestyle. So that was actually my first take at an entrepreneurial endeavor, was getting into raw foods. And I did that in Philadelphia for a few years, where I had a little business. I had meal service. People could pick menu items off of that, what they wanted to order. They'd come get it. I'd do lectures at the local health food store. I'd do private lessons. And that really started me to get more aligned with my life to what I'm doing now, which is more of lifestyle business guidance, where you can pretty much be location independent if you want to create that kind of lifestyle with an online business. And so that right there sparked it for me, and I ended up getting the certification from her. I started my business, and I started doing that. I think it was only a few more jobs that I was involved in after that were way out of alignment with my purpose, until I finally just got full on board with that, and have been doing that ever since. And so that's my advice for you, is to start now, to start today. Don't prolong the suffering any longer. Doing something, make a plan of action. If you need to start to get out there and get another job to support you while you build up your business, make some sort of exit plan today, because if you do more of what you're doing that's not working for you, you're going to get more of that, and it's definitely going to decline. You don't want that to happen. So start to make that plan today to get out of that. Just remember, you only need to be a few steps ahead of solving problems for your ideal client. And the way that you can get clear on that is to identify what are those unique talents and skills that you have. So I want you to get out a piece of paper and a pen, or if you're on your computer and you want to type it out, you can do that as well. And once you do that, make sure, again, that you can fully be present. You can really tune into this moment, be here now, and really gift yourself that opportunity. And so I want you to bring some awareness into your body. If you want to shake your hand or wiggle your toe, so that you are in the body. And I want you to bring some awareness up to your brain right now. So bring the awareness to the top of your head. That's where you're thinking. You have reminders that go off to tell you that you need to go pick someone up, or you got to go grocery shopping, or you get a signal that tells you that you're hungry. Everything happens up there. That's like the mainframe of the computer, okay? Now, if you have that problem shutting your brain off, you could do a visualization. You can imagine yourself kind of putting your brain on a shelf. Just really shelf it for later. So bring that awareness there, and then start to travel with that awareness into your heart space, which is your solar plexus. If you don't know where your solar plexus, it's around where your heart is. So bring the awareness there, and you might even feel your heart beating. And really connect with that space. It should feel warm and expansive and exciting. You know, how you felt as a kid maybe when you're out playing. You're just in the moment. You know, really start to bring that awareness there. And then once you do that, I want you to ask yourself this question. You know, if you didn't have to think about the how, time and money weren't a factor, you could do what you wanted. You know, it solved the problem, an urgent solution that people are looking for. What would that look like, okay? And I have that ideal day exercise that I offer on my website. If you can't find it, just send me an email, get that over to you. And for right now, just jot down, what would that be? How do you see yourself helping people? So maybe you're a personal trainer. Maybe you would be offering a program that would work with groups of people to improve their health. Perhaps you're a health coach, and you can custom pinpoint what helps people after they've gone to allopathic doctors. They tell them they need to get surgery to solve something, but you know you can help them. You know, what is it that you really bring to the table? Something that you've been through in your life, obviously, that you can solve from your own unique situation. What is that you bring to the table? Start to write that out. And then you can take it a step further, and outside of asking the usual family and friends, ask your network. If you're on social media like Facebook, make a post, ask people to, share with you how they see you showing up in the world, how they see you helping people. You need to put yourself out there to start to see how the world sees you so that you can start to really shape your message in the way that you would like people to see you, okay? So once you start to get all that out there, you can even ask people to use a few adjectives to describe your energy as well. That helps in the beginning if you're completely clueless to how you help people. I know for myself, I was so gifted at certain things that I couldn't believe that people would pay me to do that. And that might be the case for you, that it just comes so naturally. You couldn't believe people would pay you. That's a good indicator that that's your purpose. It's just, obviously you put practice into it, but it's something that comes natural. It's not work. It's easy for you to do. And you're obsessed with it. You got to love it. You have to be passionate about it. It's got to be something that you want to live, breathe, sleep, eat all the time. Because if not, then you are going to set yourself up for failure, because that's the kind of energy and focus and stamina it takes to make it happen, is to be wildly, passionately obsessed about something. And that's all you need to do right now to identify your purpose. So just remember that what you're doing today, while you might be in the same field, it could look a lot different 10, 20 years from now. And so you want to give yourself that leeway to grow and expand. And I remember watching a talk with George Lucas. I don't remember the name of it exactly, but I'm sure if you Google it or YouTube it, you can find it. And he was talking about finding your purpose. And that always stuck with me, and he was saying that he just kept following the things that he loved, and it just unveiled the next step. It revealed the next step for him. So that's exactly what I've done as well, and it was great to have that confirmed from him as well, is that by doing something that you love, such as in my case, I love the raw food thing. I don't do that now, but it plays a part into what I do. And I did martial arts for a long time. And that plays a part in what I do. So you'll find in hindsight that all the things that you've done in your life have a unique way of being packaged up into the service that you provide today. So your purpose is always going to be changing. There's a reason you're here. That's a purpose. But what is that purpose today? And then continue to follow the next step and the next and the next, and that it starts to change and take different shapes and forms. So that's something really important to keep in mind. And the last thing, if I haven't said it enough, is you need to really find what is that urgent problem that you solve that you're so darn good at. You've obviously done it in your life that you can do it for other people. And that could eventually become a product or a program, a course. It could be working with people individually. You really want to start to then take the next step, which is starting to plan out what you did in your life so that you can create your signature system to help others as well. And that's something that I work with my clients with, and if it's something you're interested in going deeper into, definitely send me a message and I can share with you what that will look like. But for right now, that's all you need to do. So listen to this audio again. You might pick up new things that you didn't pick up before. There's a lot that I shared. And just remember, stay focused on solving problems, keep creating, keep taking action. Start today where you're at. You only need to be a few steps ahead of your ideal client. So you already came into this world equipped with all the tools and everything that you need. It's all within you. It's just a matter of uncovering that, getting to the core, and having the right support, having the right community, and a coach is a winning formula for your version of success. Well, I would love to hear from you below with a comment. Feel free to share what's on your mind related to purpose. If there's a tip or a story that you'd like to share, please go right ahead and do that. And if you got a lot of value out of today's audio, please share this. Share it with someone in your life where you think it could really make a difference. Like it, post it, pass it on. And if you are not familiar with my work and you actually had this audio passed along to you, hop on over to my website, michellepierson.net. That's MICHELLEPIERSON.net. I've got a free series that will help you to chip away at those limiting beliefs, sabotaging behaviors, blocks, limitations, so that you can really move forward with your purpose-based business in the world that allows you the freedom, the joy, the creativity to live life on your terms. How awesome is that? To do what you want, when you want, whenever you want. Obviously with responsibility and service in mind. And that right there is amazing life.